Hi everyone, it's Sasa here, and I hope you've been keeping well. I want to go for the expansion with you guys today. The expansion is called Call of the Grave, and it was only released a couple of days ago. And with the expansion, it brought 7 new cards and one balance change, so it's considered a mini expansion. Um, yeah, so the balance change is probably not worth mentioning on Dwarven Greed from 2 gold to 3 gold, and I don't think even Greed deck uses that card, so that balance change is pretty much irrelevant. So I'm just going straight on to the new cards for you guys. As I said, in total there's 7 of them, and there's one or two that really stands out. And what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on each one of them. So yep, so let's get started. Yeah, so first one we have Fear, and make any unit Fear in terror. So I assume this card is exactly like the Dinosaur Aura, so you just make the units go around in flee in terror. So I think this this card is absolutely useless, so it's not worth a card slot, it's probably not worth 1 gold, it's just it's really situational, so I don't think it's worth it. So the next card is Leech, costs 3 gold. Sacrifice a mage to play this unit, and interestingly, it's got Frost Aura, 2, 3 attack, 7 health, and it's also an undead mage. Um, on service, it's a pretty good card, but the problem is that you need to sacrifice a mage to play it, and that makes it difficult. So I think the problem with Leech is that you need to sacrifice a mage, and I don't really see the point. So there's probably better cards out there like Titan Watcher. The stats is better, but the Leech offers the Frost Aura. But again, you need to sacrifice a mage to do it, and it's just so situational. There is maybe a place for Leech, for example, in range deck or the Karasumi decks. But I think even then, is it feels like too much of a gamble, and the two movement is probably its downfall. It's just a bit too slow, and in the range deck, you're probably better off keeping range units. So I don't think Leech is that good. However, it's not to say that you can't make it work. So I think the jury's still out there. The next card is Reanimate, and summon random undead from each of your units, costing at least 1 that died this turn. Now, to me, this card feels like it's really strong. So I'm not sure if I'm missing something here. So basically, I would assume you can only use this card on your turn, which sort of makes it a big deal. But say for example, if you're in late game and you can just say after an attack, and if you lose your army, you can just cast Reanimate, and you have a new army, right? So I'm not sure if I'm missing something here, or that's exactly what would happen in game. And if that is the case, then that's just overpowered. I feel that, right? You can just lose your entire army and just get a new one for only 3 gold. And as far as I am aware, the summon and random undead, the zombie is if you can summon any undead unit in the game except for the zombie, and that just makes it even more powerful. So I haven't seen anyone play this card yet, so so we have to see if anyone actually plays this card. But on paper, it just looks absolutely like just terrifying. If your opponent plays this card, and wow, we'll have to wait and see on that. Okay, on to the next one, the Were-Rat, sorry. Yeah, even if Rat deck is viable right now, which it isn't, because it's just the upkeep will just kill you. Even if it were viable, I think Were-Rat is still not that good, because the stats is 4/3. It's not actually no. Sorry, I take that back. If the Rat meta is playable, then this would be a good card because of Rampage, and the stats is actually pretty decent. So, but unfortunately, Rat deck isn't available. Yeah, it's a it's a pretty useless card right now. The next one, Dwarven Sharpshooter. So obviously this card is geared towards Awakened deck. Awakened deck has made a little bit of a comeback, but I've seen that's just dying off again. So I don't think that many people play Awakened deck nowadays, but it's still not weak. But the problem is that Awakened deck, so this card, the Dwarven Sharpshooter, it's just you need a few Awakens. You need at least 2 or 3 to make him good. I mean, even if he awakens with 3 range, and the key thing here is he's only got 1 movement, and that's a big deal. So essentially it's just too slow with 1 movement. So really, you need to awaken this dude at least twice to make him decent. But even then, he only does 2 damage, and the health, the stats is just a bit too low. But I must admit, it's pretty awesome to have a range unit, a 5 range unit, right? I think the cap on the range is 5, and this is the only unit that can do that. And the thought of that is just pretty awesome. But yeah, in a serious game, I don't think this card will change much for the Awakened deck. You're probably better off having an Assassin in there, but or the Rusty Hooks, for example. Yeah, the problem is he requires too many Awakens to make him worthwhile, so not that great of a card. On to the next one, 5 gold, the Wraith. And this is an interesting card. When I looked at this card, I thought it's got potential. So you may look at that stats and think, okay, it's pretty average. So units damaged by the Wrath will flee in terror. So I think I pronounced that one is actually Wraith. So this can be a big deal. So say if you're attacking, and like if there's like a no man's land, and if you like position your units on your full rank, and if your opponent has a defender, you can set yourself up to remove that defender next turn with the Wraith. So because of the flee in terror ability, if it works like Dinosaur Fear, then if you can remove the defender with the Wraith by attacking a unit in front of your opponent's castle, and that will make your opponent's unit move out of the way, and you can attack your unit on your full rank. That's assuming if your unit has 3 movement points. So basically, what I would do is I would park this unit in front of my castle on your 3rd rank, and then next turn, both units can reach your opponent's castle. So, and if your opponent puts a defender in front of his castle, you can remove that using the Wraith. So it's got potential, and the problem is it's situational, and the stats ain't that good. But it has got 4 movement points, so it probably won't make a spot in most people's decks. The Killer Rabbit could be better in some respects, but it's an interesting ability because of that fleeing terror, so you can remove defenders, and I think that's quite interesting. But the main card I want to talk to you guys about, really, I guess that's the whole point of the video, and one of the main points is the Mordok, the Dark Rider. I mean, this card looks extremely strong to me. It's the first card that has any lifesteal for a long time, and the combo is just absolutely insane as well. So summon a random undead unit, and again, as far as I know, you can summon any undead unit in the game except for the zombie. And it also is undead, dwarf, and dinosaur tag. And even if that is special, the stats is actually okay. It's not that great, but with the lifesteal, it's a pretty insane unit. It's a pretty good deal. And I've got one of these guys in my deck, and it just feels completely broken right now. So if you guys can dish out the shards, if there's one card that you want to get, I definitely recommend the Mordok. He's just extremely strong, and he's definitely going to get a nerf. I mean, to be quite honest, even if he just had one of these specials, it would be a really good unit. Having both is an absolute overkill. But yeah, so that's it. That's my review, guys. Is this expansion worth getting? Is this pack worth getting? Well, I'll leave it to you guys to decide. But there are definitely some cards in there that's definitely worth getting your hands on. If you play Vikings, Reanimate, definitely, I'll check that out because that looks really strong. And again, Mordok. But Anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for now. I did want to keep this video quite brief and short, and I'm also quite tired, so I apologise for that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you all for watching and joining me. Bye bye.